Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to look amazing on a video call. I know a lot of us right now are working from home and spending a lot of time on video calls on Skype, Zoom, Google Hangouts. So I'm going to be giving you all of my best tips and tricks for looking good while you are on a video chat. We're starting with the most important part, which is lighting. Good lighting is essential for a successful video call. The nice light allows people to see well your facial expressions and gestures, which are an important part of your communication with others. Of course, the good lighting also helps us look fresh, beautiful, and even younger. So it's really important to provide the best light you could have in your home. The easiest way to do this is by positioning your laptop, phone or camera in front of a window so that the light from it can lighten your face. This will provide you with natural light, which is actually the best one. If you live in a large home and have multiple locations to choose from, you can do a simple test with your cell phone's camera by turning it towards you and seeing what your face looks like in each of these places. Of course, keep in mind that the light is shifting and it is likely that if this place is great for a call by noon, then maybe by afternoon it will be too dark there for recording or a video call. If you don't have a nice big window, you can use a nice big lamp for the video call that will lighten up your face and the space around you. A large home lamp or bedside lamp will be good helpers. In case you want to look more professional, you can use ring light, like the one I'm using right now. You can use it at different heights and place it on different surfaces as needed. The one I'm using right now is the smallest size, 8 centimeters, or in other words 3.5 inches, because I can carry it with me when I travel. What you have to keep in mind though is that the smaller the light, the closer you need to be to the camera. If you go further, the light is scattered. I will leave you a link in the description below to see the options and pick the right one for you. Avoid using lighting that falls directly above your face. That will create dark circles under your eyes, and as a result, you will look sick, sad, and really tired. The background, or in other words, the place where we will have our conversation, is also really important. The simplest background can be just a wall. When you pick a wall to be your background, there is nothing that can go wrong here. All we have to do is to choose a wall at home that is suitable for the call, to stand in front of it and turn on the camera. In case your hair is curly like mine, you can probably think of choosing a wall that is not completely white. That will help you hide the small flying hairs and make your hair look smoother. The second option we can go for is the background of our own living room. Before the call, make sure that you have cleared all of the things that you don't want to be seen during the call. That can be messy clothes or personal belongings. If there are doors behind you, make sure they are locked, if possible, or leave a note to the other people at home that you will have a call. You might not want someone to get in the frame while talking and put you in an awkward situation. The third option is to create a special place arranged with decorations. If you decide to take the time and specially decorate the space around you, it is a good idea to include flowers and some objects related to the topic. This way, you will still have the focus on you and you can reuse this decoration many times in the future. Now let's talk about replaceable background, or in other words, the green background. This is a zoom feature that allows you to replace any background you have behind you with a photo you want. If you want to do this, you have to keep in mind that this can be done in two ways. One is by providing solid green background. In this case, your clothes must be a different color. If your camera is a higher class, you could directly replace the background with a photo. That can be a great way to have some fun in the conversation, especially if you decide to pick an exotic island, for example. Now let's talk about my favorite part, clothing and accessorizing. When it comes to clothes, I suggest you to avoid small patterns, especially pinstripes. They look great live, but the camera often has the so-called Moira effect. In this case, the camera lens falls to distinguish the distance between the different lines and colors, and as a result, they merge or become blurred. Instead of small patterns and shapes, go for solid colors, which look way better, or patterns with bigger shapes. A minimum of 2 cm or 1 inch are great options. Always go for colors that suits your skin undertone, your eyes and your hair. Like the sweater I'm wearing right now. It's orange, which is part of my warm color palette. Wearing the right color for you is visible live, but on video is particularly noticeable. If possible, choose a bright color that contrasts with the background so you don't blend in with it. It would be a good idea to wear clothes that are fitted to your body. Baggy clothes make us look bigger and more casual. Of course, we are talking about the clothes from the waist up, because they are likely to be visible during the conversation. Remember that this type of body posture doesn't show the context of the whole look, and if the participants only see our baggy shirt, that can be really confusing. And don't forget to put some pants on. I know most of us make our clothes only from the waist up, but imagine that you will need a pen, a sheet of paper, or probably a glass of water. When you stand up, everybody on the call will notice that instead of pants, you're wearing underwear, leggings, or something similar. So probably it's a good idea to consider this before starting the call. Avoid turtlenecks and instead go for open necklines, which will create more space around your neck area and it will elongate the whole silhouette. Also keep in mind that wearing a suit at home looks really out of place, especially if you're recording from your kitchen or bedroom. Simple and small jewelry such as necklace and earrings are always welcome. It gives a lot of freshness and confidence to the look. Of course, it also looks like you put some extra efforts before the call. Now let's talk about makeup and hairstyle. For those of you who are not used to seeing yourself on camera during a conversation, it will be a great stress to understand that most cameras show a great deal of our imperfections. Therefore, it is good to refresh our face with a little makeup. We can certainly skip a lot of the makeup steps, but I suggest you not to avoid them completely. Just add some face powder, blush, mascara and lipstick. If you want to get an even fresher look, you can add a concealer under your eyes to cover up dark circles and help us look more beautiful, not to mention that we will look younger too. In addition, you can take advantage of Zoom's beauty feature, which makes our face look smoother and more beautiful. When it comes to hair, I think we'll all agree that messy bands are not the best option, even if it's the easiest one. Your hair needs to look neat and clean. Since no one will see your hair from behind, it is a good idea before jumping into the conversation to simply place your hair on one side. We should not look like we haven't been out in weeks, although this is exactly the case. Positioning your camera and your body language are the other two things I really want you to pay attention to. Adjust the height of the camera so that it is at the level of your face. This will create the feeling of a live conversation and it will make it much more personal. Avoid positions where the camera shows you from below or from above. This can definitely age the face. Those of you who like to take selfies have already found that each of us has one profile that looks best in front of a camera. For me, that's the right side. When I'm showing this part of my face, every shot is successful and I really like it. Make sure you're not looking at yourself but the person you're talking to. Otherwise, it doesn't look natural. Many people often look at their phones, browsing social media or checking their emails. The lack of eye contact will definitely be seen as a lack of respect to the other person and lack of interest in the topic. And don't forget the last two important things. Clean the camera of your laptop or cell phone so you will have a clear image, and mute your cell phone in case somebody will call you and will interrupt your conversation. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to press like and share it with your friends. See you soon.